Hello everyone, and welcome to my new video. I'm going to show you off some of my personal collection. I haven't done that yet. I've got quite a few comic books which I'm going to show you in the future. I've got some more which are going to be turning up soon, so I'll show them off maybe in the next video, if not in a couple of videos time. And I've got a couple of extra things to show as well after I've shown the comic books off, so we'll get on with the first one now. Right, this is World's Finest Comics number 305 from July 1984. Very nice cover, sort of reminds me of Salvador Dali. Nice and colourful as well. Right, the next one I'm going to show off is a graphic novel, and this is Howard Chaykin's American Flag, and this is the Definitive Collection, Volume 1. And this is the reprints of American Flag series from number 1 to 6. Very good book, I really recommend this one. The actual first issue of American Flag came out in October '83. I love Howard Chaykin's artwork. Brilliant stuff. Yeah, well recommended, that is. And this is actually one of the 6, the final part. The original copy of American Flag number 6. And this is from March 1984. By the way, this is all Modern Age and Bronze Age comics from DC, Marvel and various other companies and that, so... Right, this is the next one. Monsters on the Prowl, number 11 from June 1971. This is a Jack Kirby cover with also Mary Severin helping out, and the story from which this one is taken from is Journey into Mystery number 62, which is also Kirby artwork. It's a very nice comic, this one. Yeah, I like this one a lot. It's also got stories from John Buscema, and an original story by a guy called Ralph Reese, who I don't really know much about. There we go. Right, this is The Man Thing, number 8. Mike Plugart. It's from August 1974. Do you like this cover? A lot of detail gone into that. Right, carry on with the sort of horror comics, Bronze Age. This is Son of Satan, number 3. This only ran for 8 issues. It's from April 1976 with a good looking Gil Kane cover. Dealing with the occult and all that sort of thing. As you can see, this is a Pence copy. Yeah, very nice, I like that. Right, continuing on with the horror, this is a DC one. This is House of Secrets number 7, no, not number 79, number 89. And this is from January 1971. Very nice airbrush cover. I think it's airbrushing. Well, it sort of looks like, but when I look close up, it looks a bit different. Looks like sort of pencils and that. So No, I don't think it is airbrush art. Found out the cover is by Gary Morrow, another artist I don't really know anything about. Right, this one is Madame Xanadu, and this is issue 1, 1981. And it's keen to know that there's actually a story by Brian Boland in here. And it's nothing to do with the Madame Xanadu stories. He's a very renowned artist. You know, he'd like done work for DC with Batman: The Killing Joke, and also Judge Dredd in the 2000 AD comics in England. And the story that was in this comic was originally intended for the cancelled 1980 series of Mystery in Space. Yeah, it's got a good cover, this one, as well. Yeah, I do like that. Okay, this is a one-off. DC with the Keebler Company. And this presents the new Teen Titans. And if I show you down here, it says what it says. It's an anti-drugs comic from 1983, and Robin was actually originally going to be intended as the main, as he is the leader of the Teen Titans, but there was a reason why he couldn't appear in this issue, and that's because he was already licensed under the rival company, Nabisco, I think it's called, and they had to change the character, so they called him the Protector. And I've not read this comic, but I'm not sure. I think it might be this guy here, as I don't recognise him. But he has the same characteristics as what Robin does as well, and he still leads the Teen Titans in this comic, which is sort of quite surprising, really. There we go. And also this comic's about like kids trying to overcome their drug problems, and it also has Speedy going on about his addictions, drugs, as you can look back on the Green Lantern Green Arrow series, and there's that infamous issue where he's a drug addict. So there we go. Right, next issue. This is also, this is a number 1. This is a Marvel comic, and it's X-Force number 1. And this is from August 1991. Might as well show the back cover, wrap-round cover. And it's also got a free card in there as well, with the character Shatterstar. I'll just turn the camera around. And this is a Rob Liefeld cover, or Rob Liefeld. There we go. Right, this is an interesting one. This is a comic by the company Fantagraphics, or as It's actually called Eros, which is a division of Fantagraphics, and this is originally from February 1991. This is called Tor Loves Betty, or Tor Love Betty. And as you can see, if you know of these two personalities, the one on the left is Tor Johnson, who is famous for being in the Edward films, such as Bride of the Monster and Plan 9 from Outer Space. And on the right is the lovely looking Betty Page, who was a famous 50s American model who worked for Playboy and that. So it's an interesting comic, this one. I'm going to open it up, so if you just give me a minute. Right, okay, I've just paused the camera there, and now I'm back on it, so let's have a quick look at this comic. Right, this first story, it's just keen to know. It says here that this story, Tor's Layman, is called. And it says here, originally printed in Men's Cocktail Adventure Stories, number 38. It says it's from 1957. Now, I've tried looking up this comic on the internet, and I can't find absolutely no information about it at all. But you know, I've looked everywhere, and I don't actually think this comic exists. I think it's just intended as a joke. But if anyone can prove me wrong, and you know, if anyone can sort of let me know whether this comic does exist, that'd be a great help. I'd like to know. But I thought that was sort of quite interesting. Sort of check. This is Mike Zagorski artwork. Yeah, interesting comic. It's a one-off, definitely. There was rumours that there was a number 2 of this series, but nah, I don't think there is. It's quite an adult comic anyway. Well, it is originally intended for adults, so. But there we go. It's a game there. Help Tor save Betty. So there we are. Some silly adverts. Right, so there we go. Right, if I just turn my board up now, and I'll show you the next one. This is Doctor Who meets Star Trek. Imagination Magazine, number 2. An obvious parody of the original Star Trek, The Next Generation, and Doctor Who. And that's Tom Baker, Doctor Who's 4th incarnation. And I want to show you this comic quickly, so I'll just quickly. Right, there we go. This comic's from March 1990. And it's keen to know this is actually early computer generated comic art in this book. If I just show you down here, I think these are the guys what created the comic, Brian Lane and Michael Friedman. Then it says here, art by Michael Friedman and Baldrick the computer. I wonder where they got the name for Baldrick. I'm guessing Blackadder, but I don't know, I could be wrong. Yeah, I'll just quickly show you some of the pages. Quite an odd comic anyway. It looks like it should be in widescreen because their faces all look so compact and really thin. Comics should be wider. There you go. It's all computer generated stuff. Thanks to Baldrick, the computer. And there we are. Just thought I'd show that off because it's an oddity. I like odd comics. I don't really know too much about it though, but anyway, we'll press on. Here's my next one. This is Howard the Duck #1 from January 1976, featuring Spider-Man. It's not a bad copy, it's pretty good, you know. The only real defect I'd say is that it's quite faded on the cover. There's a few stress lines on the spine. I would say this is probably a VG plus to fine minus. There we go. I'm not a big lover of Howard the Duck, but as it's a #1, I thought I'd just show it off. So right, this is another #1, DC. This is the Secret Society of Supervillains, and this is from May to June 1976. As you can see, you've got the villains: Captain Cold, Grodd, the Mirror Master, Star Sapphire, and Sinestro. I like purple background covers. They do appeal to me. There we go. Alright, this is going to be the last comic I'm going to show you. This is The Champions #1 from October 1975. This is a pence copy. A very nice copy as well. Hardly much wrong with this issue. The only defects with a few hairline stress marks there, but hardly anything noticeable. Doesn't affect the view of the comic at all. So there we go. This is a Gil Kane cover. Dan Atkins inks, and just a note about Dan Atkins, you ought to check out his Doctor Strange stuff. It was a little bit after when Steve Ditko left, but I think he's really good still, even though Ditko's amazing in any way. But I would check out Dan Atkins' Doctor Strange stuff as well. So there we are. Well, that's it for my comics. I had a message off, I think that's how it's pronounced, Stront Verleeg #1, and in his last video he showed off some newspapers, and I actually mentioned to him I had some newspapers myself, and he's asked me to show them, so here we go. And I'll also note that with the Queen's Jubilee and that what's going on at the moment, the Diamond Jubilee, it's actually quite fitting that these newspapers connect with that. So I'll show you the first one. in its bag first. This is an Eastern Daily Press newspaper which was printed in Norwich, which is my local, which is where I live. This is from 1953, June 3rd, which is today, funny enough, and this is when the Queen gets crowned. It's not in the best of shape, this newspaper, but as I've had it for quite some time, it was given to me quite a number of years ago when I was a young lad. I'll show it out in full anyway. It's quite a big it's upside down. It's a big newspaper. Eastern Daily Press. And the whole edition of it is virtually comprised of the coronation, Queen's coronation. And with all the Jubilee thing which is going on at the moment, I thought this was a very fitting time to show these. And really though, it's all by accident. Right, and I'll also show you the second one. This is also the Queen's coronation. This is more of a national newspaper. This is the Daily Mirror. And again, this isn't in the best of shape. But this is also June the 3rd, 1953, and this is the coronation when she was crowned. I'll show you the back as well. And I've had these papers for a long time now. And again, it comprises of virtually the whole paper of the coronation. So there's all sorts of photos and different things to look at. If you're a big fan of the royals. Yeah, I just happen to have these because I'm a bit of a hoarder, so... But anyway, there we go. So I hope Stromper League #1 is okay with them. Anyway, I'm going to leave you to it now, so look after yourselves, take care, and I'll see you soon. Thank you very much.